Hello there, you're welcome on board the Power Circuit. Together we shall be getting first-hand information in the power sector through this program fully delivered by the Transmission Company of Nigeria. TCN is the only company responsible for transmitting bulk electricity from the generation companies to the distribution companies in the Nigerian electricity supply industry, NESI. I am Amara Agugoisi, and here are the headlines. The Minister of Power, Engineer Abubakar D. Aliyu, and his counterpart in the Ministry of Water Resources seek deeper collaborations on power improvement. We are also excited to bring to you a special report on the Abuja Feeding Scheme project, as the federal government is set to commission multiple power substations in Abuja by December. Let's get on it as you stick with the Power Circuit. To enhance overall development efforts, the Minister of Power, Engineer Abubakar D. Aliyu, recently paid a working visit to the Ministry of Water Resources. Here is a highlight of the visit.
According to a statement from the Office of the Minister of Power, the visit strengthens collaborative efforts for the power sector. Engineer Aliyu was received by his counterparts, Engineer Suleiman Adamu, and a meeting was held to enhance accelerated collaboration. The Ministry of Water Resources coordinates all developmental activities on water resources in Nigeria. Nigeria has over 10 small hydropower dams, including Gurara, Kashimbila, and Dadinkowa hydropower dams. There are 3 large hydropower dams that include Kainji, Jeba, Shiroro. There is also the New Zungeru Dam, an effort to prepare for the takeoff of the Mambila hydropower, a large hydropower asset, as well as other small hydropower plants nationwide.
Planning is good, and planning in time makes all the difference. This is what the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, does best, as it plans and delivers scores of power transmission projects nationwide. The latest of these is the nearly completed Abuja Ring Fence project, comprising 5 transmission substations with the associated lines and a 330 kilovolts power transmission line from Lafia in Nasarawa State to Abuja. Get to hear more about this from the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, as the company prepares the facilities for commissioning by December, meant to meet Abuja's electricity demand for over 20 years.
The Abuja Ring Fence project is aimed at completing a bulk electricity transmission ring around the capital city, Abuja, and bringing a third source of power supply through a new 330 kV transmission line from the Lafia 330 kV transmission substation. This project, when completed soon, will make Abuja to have what engineering experts call N-2, meaning more than 2 sources of bulk power supply. The first feeding source is the hydropower complex, combining power generation from Shiroro, Kainji, and Jeba hydropower plants that comes through the 330 kV Katampe transmission substation, the Geregu gas-fed complex that comes to Abuja through the 330 kV Gwagwalada transmission substation, and the Ekatekpene complex, a switching station connecting several gencos in the south and evacuating the power to Abuja through the 330 kV new Apo substation being completed from the already existing 330 kV Lafia substation. The first port of call of a project site by the TCN head, Engineer Abdulaziz, during the management inspection tour was at 132-33 kV Dawaki gas insulated substation. There, he gave a highlight of the 5 substations under the Abuja Ring Fence project. Apart from the Dawaki 132-33 kV substation, there is the new Apo Pigbe 330 132-33 kV substation, the Wombai 132-33 kV substation, the Kuje 132-33 kV substation in Abuja, which are all at advanced completion stage.
Now, as we are towards commissioning, we have to tell Nigerians what this government has been doing. It is a very important thing, and this is sponsored by the French Development Agency. It will improve significantly. As I told you here, we have 2 transformers, 2 by 60. In the other one, we have 2 by 60. Where we are going now, New Apple, we have 2 by 150 MBA. So it's going to increase a lot.
Engineer Abdulaziz and the management team inspected the control room, the switch room, the brand new 2 units of 60 MVA power transformers and other components of the Dawaki substation, which is entirely at 93% completion level. The head of the project consulting firm, Oscar Joe and Partners, Engineer Joseph Ojama, told the management team of the feeder capacity of the Dawaki substation.
Due to the 33 control room that I'm going to show to you, there was one feed with 6 feeders that will be radiating from this substation.
This is one of the substations we are building to make sure that there is adequate light in Abuja. People are talking about 5-year plan, 10-year plan. This is more than 20 years plan. We have a plan for Abuja whereby if we finish this substation for the next 50 years, Abuja will not have any problem with electricity. And now this station is almost 100% completed. So before December, we are going to invite the minister to come and commission this substation. Once we commission this station, Gwarimpa, Dawaki, Galadimawa, and Dutse will have good electricity supply. We did not just award this contract, it went through tendering and we give it to one of the best people who are manufacturing GIS. So we're happy with the work they are doing and we're pleased with what they did up to now.
We'll be right back. Keep exploring with the power circuits.
$6.5 there.
Guys, I have a business that can change our lives.
Business?
Business that can change our lives.
Guys, if money is involved, take it. But you don't know the kind of business.
Business is business.
Okay, my guy. Masu.
Real money, and there's a big market for it.
Wait, is it vandalism that you have brought me here to do?
Yes!
Something that can take me to jail. Something that can destroy our economy and spoil what the government wants to achieve.
Real money.
I can't. See this man. I can't. Even you. Shut up your mouth. I will never go to jail. Vandalism. God forbid. God forbid.
Look at the people I want to help.
Come here.
I beg you. Please, Koga. I beg you. I beg you. This is the handwork of the devil. Please.
Be part of our economic growth. Do not destroy electricity power installations. Do not destroy government effort to provide electricity for all. Report any suspicious person found stealing or loitering around power installations to any security operatives close to you or to the nearest transmission company of Nigeria office.
This message is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
The TCN management team then moved to the Wombai Lokogoma axis, where TCN under the Abuja Ring Fence project is almost completing a 132-33 kV substation. The project consultant, Engineer Wujaman, gave a vivid description of the project capacity, assuring that the best hands were used for it.
132 kV, 2 by 60 MVA substation located in Wumba. We are having our supply from the next station we'll be visiting, that is New Apo 330 substation. This is where we are going to receive the cables coming underground from that way to this place. You can see the difference between here and where we visited prior to coming here. That one was a GIS. All this equipment you see was what was contained in that room that we are showing. Now this is an AIS, so we have enough land to spread this equipment all the way down to the transformer. Okay. We are at 93% completion here. We've started our pre-commissioning. We'll get to the control room.
Also speaking, the project manager, AFD funded project implementation unit at TCN, Engineer Jane Okemini, said the substation will be of immense benefit to the residents of Lokogoma area of Abuja.
The 6 number 33 kV feeder to be wheeled out from this station will help deload the Lokogoma axis and its environment. So with this, at the completion of this station, I'm sure Lokogoma will have light 24/7 all through.
In his comments after inspecting the Dawaki substation project, the managing director and CEO of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, said the Wombai substation will also be ready for commissioning by December.
This is a normal substation, not like the one we saw GIS. This is conventional substation. It is 2 by 60 MVA, 132/33 substation, and it's going to serve this area of Lokogoma, Kuje, and some other part of Abuja. It is one of these interventions we are doing under the French Development Agency, as we have explained earlier. And once we do it for the next 50 years, Abuja will not cry of any problem looking for substation. This will be adequate for up to around 50 years because as you can see, we are building around almost 4 substations in Abuja. So this will help a lot, and it will take a long time before we make another expansion.
According to the TCN head, the company is not just implementing the Abuja Ring Fence projects, but replicating similar projects nationwide.
We are also working all over Nigeria. I'm just telling you that of Abuja. I promise you before December, we'll invite you to Kano. We'll invite you to Akure. So we have a lot of projects that are going on. We have Bichi, we have some other ones. They are almost ready for completion. So from December to January, just be ready and be on the move.
The team thoroughly inspected the various components of the project comprising the control room, the switchyard, and the feeder section, which are ready for energizing. The project, funded by the French Development Agency AFD and flagged off in April 2019, has a 143 km of 330 kV transmission line from Lafia to Abuja and 81 km of 132 kV transmission lines within Abuja. Engineer Abdulaziz, who was also at the 330 kV New Apo substation along with his management team, spoke about the overall capacity the new projects will be adding to the transmission wheeling capacity.
If we talk about the transformers, we are going to have 870 megawatts. Now for the transmission line, we are going to have 1,465, which is showing that our capacity of transmission line is higher than what we have now. It means in future we can build some substations, we don't have to upgrade our lines.
The 330 kV New Apo Pigua substation is a flagship of the substation projects and is at 62% work level.
33 feet are radiating. So this station is the centerpiece for this Abuja feeding scheme project. Every other substation we visited so far has a connection to this substation. In this substation, we have a line moving from here to Kuje. We call Block 2A for Kuje 132 substation. Another one is going to Old Apo to reinforce the existing substation we have. Then we have the underground cable going to the station we came from. That is the Wumba Lokogoma substation. Now, this project has a bay, 2 bay in Old Apo that is nearing completion too. Then there is the 330, the second 330 coming into FCT. It's coming to this substation. The third 330 transmission line coming into FCT is coming through here. So for that, we have a bay extension at Lafia.
The Executive Director Transmission Service Provider TCN, Engineer Victor Adewumi, said the project is a significant one as it will bring in the third source of bulk power transmission to Abuja.
When we signed this contract, all of us were jubilating. The contractor that time, I remember, promised that they will deliver this project within 18 months.
In his remarks about the 330 kV New Apo substation, Engineer Abdulaziz further emphasized on the importance of the project to the other substations.
The name of this project, we call it New Apo, 2 by 150, 330, 132, 33 kV substation. It is the main project in this Abuja ring scheme. So, as we have mentioned when we were at Lokogoma, even the cable that is going to feed that station is coming underground from this substation. So this is the 330, all those 132 rely on this one. Most of those 132 will rely on this 330.
Oh my God, what caused this fire? Eh? Hey, God help us. Assuming this thing happened in the night, nobody from this building would have come out alive.
Madam, hey, this is why we have warned landlords not to erect structures under the high voltage lines. If this high voltage line fell on the ground, nothing would have happened. But because this structure has been wrongly erected and the high voltage line fell on it, that is why whatever has happened has happened. We advise landlords to always consult the Transmission Company of Nigeria on their safety compliance on the right of way, so that something like this does not happen again.
Oga, we are talking of burnt house and you are talking of right of way. What is right of way and safety compliance?
Safety compliance simply means before erecting any structure around any electricity tower or line, there are safety distances you must adhere to. These safety distances are 25 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 330 kV, 15 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 132 kV, and 7.5 meters on both sides of the electric tower in the case of a 33/11 kV. These stipulated safety distance instructions are what we call right of way. If these simple, basic safety distances are adhered to, trust me, there will be less loss of property and lives resulting from cut transmission lines.
Visit Transmission Company of Nigeria office nearest to you for your safety regulations before erecting structures. Let us save lives and properties and build a stronger Nigeria. This message is from the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmitting electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
The Kuje Area Council in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, is a fast-rising axis, and to ensure that there is adequate power infrastructure, the federal government has built a 132-33 kilovolts power transmission substation there. This facility is part of the Abuja Ring Fence project being implemented by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, with funding from the French Development Agency, AFD. Kachamai full of the brand new Kuje transmission substation.
The Managing Director and CEO of TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, also briefed the press about the project, which is about 90% completion level and ready for commissioning by December 2022.
This substation, we have 3 transformers, 3 by 60 MVA, 132/33 kV substation. If you look at this contractor, it is the same contractor which we visited 2 stations. Now with these, they have 3 stations. And they have all promised that by December, they are going to complete their job. So from there, you know that they are very serious.
Giving a recap of the objective of the Abuja Ring Fence project, Engineer Abdulaziz noted that it was properly planned to cater to the development of the Nigerian capital city.
This is a plan which this present administration has made to make sure that for the next 50 years, there will be no need for other substations in Abuja. This will be adequate and it will serve the population of Abuja. They have in mind how population increase within 5 to 10 years. So they have made a master plan whereby for the next 50 years, these stations are going to be sufficient.
That was quite a tour of Abuja, the capital city of Nigeria, and indeed, it's a ring face. 4 of these substations form a square of bulk electricity supply within Abuja. These are the Dawaki, the New Apple substation, the Wumba, and the Kuje substation. We are just excited about these projects because these add to the 6 already existing substations in the heart of Abuja. The distribution load centers in Abuja get bulk power from Katampe, Wagwalada, Odapo, Kubwa, Karu, and Kukwaba substations. As we bring this edition to a wrap, we told you that the Minister of Power, Engineer Bubakar D. Aliyu, and the Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Adamu, seek deeper collaborations on power improvements. In a special report, officials of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, took you through the sights and sounds of 5 power transmission substations under the Abuja feeding scheme. The best part of this is that the Managing Director and CEO of TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, assured that almost all the substations will be completed and commissioned by December. Let's continue to keep in touch on the TCN YouTube channel and these platforms, for your response is key. This is Amara Agogoesi. I'll be seeing you again next week.